morning, Quadcopter 101 here. And today's shout out goes to Cruising Altitude 5284. Cruising Altitude was first to say first in one of my recent videos, and this one's a shout out, so congratulations. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here. And I have a really neat drone for you today, folks, and I mean it really neat. This is the new Potensic Atom. It is an upgrade to the previous Potensic Atom SE. Okay, the Atom is a much better drone than the SE. Let's put it that way, folks. Let's take a look at it. It's another small folding drone, as you can see here, with brushless motors. But there's something special about this drone. It weighs less than 244 or 250 grams. It weighs only 244 grams. What does that mean? That means in most countries, this drone does not require registration. Additionally, in the US here, this does not require remote ID. Now, I'm talking about recreational flyers, folks. Most of my viewers are beginner pilots, and they're nearly all of them are recreational pilots, folks. So let's stick with recreational flying only in this discussion. Now, again, I mentioned it weighs only 244 grams. No registration required, no remote ID required. It does have 3 flight modes. It has not beginner, intermediate, expert. It has video, where it flies at a relatively slow and docile speed to help maintain nice, smooth video. It has normal mode, which gives a little more speed if you're getting bored with flying too slow. And it also has sport mode. This thing can go up to 36 miles per hour, folks. Okay, that means this has a lot of wind resistance. You can fly in quite breezy days with this particular drone. Now, it also has GPS, GLONASS, and BeiDou, or BeiDou. I don't remember how to pronounce it. But what that is the American GPS version, the Russian GPS version, and also the Chinese GPS version. What that does is that makes pretty accurate lock-on of the GPS system for hovering of the drone and safety of the drone. Now, with the GPS system, this has automatic return to home and landing capability on command, on loss of signal, and on low voltage. Looking closer at the drone, we can see it has brushless motors for durability. They're very powerful brushless motors, which that means is do not get too close to this thing when it's flying, because you can ding yourself with these little spinning propellers. Some folks will want to fly indoors with this. I personally would not do that. Okay, it does have the ability because it has an optical flow system on it, but I would recommend flying outdoors mainly because of these brushless motors. They are somewhat dangerous. They will cut you probably if you ding up against that propeller. So keep that in mind, folks. I mentioned optical flow. Let's take a look at it. On the bottom here, it has 2 sensors. This tiny little camera here is an optical flow sensor. What it does is it looks directly below the drone, and the view that it sees below the drone, it uses that view to help maintain a steady hover without using the GPS system. Okay, so if you do lose a GPS signal, this still should automatically stay in place instead of wandering off because of the optical flow system. In addition to the optical flow, it has a barometric altitude hold sensor for helping to maintain altitude while the drone's in the air, especially at higher altitudes. But down close to the ground, it has something else, folks. See these 2 little IR, one's an IR emitter and one's an IR receiver. And what this does, folks, this is called a time of flight sensor. And what it does is it sends a beam of light to the ground and it bounces back and is received, and it uses the time that it takes to go to the ground and back to calculate a very accurate altitude above the ground. You can use this, or using that time of flight sensor, that helps maintain a very steady hover when you're close to the ground. So that comes into play too. That makes this an excellent little drone in itself, having a time of flight sensor on the belly of that. Comes with a 7.2 volt, 2230 milliamp hour battery. Now, this battery is supposedly able to give the drone up to 32 minutes of flight time. Now, the battery is charged one of 2 ways, either through a remote or a dedicated charger. I'll talk about this here shortly. Or you can also charge it through the using a Type-C port, Type-C USB cable port, such as using a wall charger, phone wall charger, to charge this particular battery. Now, if you're going to do that using the Type-C USB cable, I would recommend using a good wall charger. Okay, a 2-amp wall charger should be more than appropriate to charge this battery in a reasonable amount of time. Don't go trying to charge this particular battery using the USB port on your computer, or it will take
maybe a day's to charge it because it's quite a high capacity battery. Now, let's talk about one of the upgrades to this particular drone over the SE, in that we now have a 3-axis gimbal, folks. 3-axis stabilized gimbal right here. Okay, that gives us a lot of capability that the original Potensic Atom SE did not have. The Atom SE only has unstabilized gimbal, okay, that can point up or down, and it used electronic image stabilization to stabilize the video. Okay, one of the problems with just having electronic image stabilization is if you got a wind coming from the side, the drone's going to try to crab into that wind or tilt into the wind, and you're going to get a tilted picture. There's no way around it. But now with this 3-axis gimbal, it doesn't matter. Okay, if the gimbal will automatically maintain a level out attitude to give you a nice flat picture instead of tilted like you would see with the SE sometimes when the wind would be blowing. So that's a big advantage of this over the Potensic Atom SE right there. In addition, I'll talk about the controller here shortly. We now have 6-kilometer range instead of 4-kilometer range, and I'll go into that there. And there's also additional upgrades of flight modes that you get with the app that you didn't have the capability with the original SE app. So I'll talk about that also here in the future here shortly. Now, let's talk about the camera though. Let's go back to this gimbal and the camera. It is a 4K camera with a 1/3-inch 13-megapixel image sensor. That's pretty good right there. It records video, 4K video at 3840 by 2160 pixels at 30 frames per second. It also takes still photos at 4608 by 2592 pixels. And additionally, I think that's about it. It does record video directly to a SD card. I'm trying to find that slot right there. Right there. So that's where it goes in there. Now, let me talk about that, folks. You want to use a good camera card on this. Do not try to use a Class 10 camera card with this particular drone to try to record 4K video. You are going to get stuttering video if you do that. You're going to want at least a V30 card. Look for a U3 or V30 card. That'll give you enough write speed to be able to keep up with the data stream of the video going onto the card. So, Class 10, it'll record, it'll work, but don't expect to see some frame dropping in between the video. Well, it ain't going to freeze, but again, probably just frame dropping is what you would see with a Class 10 card. Try to get a V30 card is what I'm trying to say. So, now, with this controller, we now have 6-kilometer range. The controller uses on-the-go connectors, which is right here. The 3 different types of on-the-go connectors that you get with the controller is Type C and which one's that? I'm sorry, wrong end of the cable. Type C we have for iPhone, and we also have micro USB. So if you got a phone that uses micro USB or iPhone connector or Type C connector, you can use it with this controller. Now, why does it have on-the-go cable connectors? That means we don't have to connect your phone using Wi-Fi. I hate Wi-Fi connections to drones. There's always an issue that I encounter when I try to go review a drone with a Wi-Fi connector. Without the Wi-Fi, it's the drone or your phone connects directly to the controller, and the controller has a built-in amplifier relay that connects to the drone with. Okay, as such, having that ability, we now have 6-kilometer range. The Potensic Atom also has on-the-go connection capability, but it has been improved under the SC, or the Atom now has 6-kilometer instead of 4-kilometer range. So they've improved something on the relay side there to give you that capability now with this particular connector. Let's see. What else to talk about? Let's talk about the app. This uses the Potensic Pro app available on Play and on the App Store. I'm just going to lift this up and just rotate it while I'm talking here. With the Potensic Pro app, it gives you the ability to view real-time video from the camera on your phone using that app. It also provides a telemetry info of the drone, where it's at, what its attitude is. I want to talk about that too once we go out in the field. I'll show you that. But you can use there's a little radar in the lower left corner of the screen you could use to bring yourself home without it hitting return to home. It'll tell you which way the drone is pointed and which way it's going, and you can bring it right home using that little radar screen on that particular app. It does have camera control options, so you can adjust the camera. It has optical quick shot modes, and then let's talk about those quick shot modes. This now uses optical quick shot modes. There's no GPS circle me, there's no GPS follow me with this. It's all done optically because we now have this stabilized gimbal. Okay, with the SE, the original SE with the unstabilized gimbal, the drone tossing around would make it very hard for, if they would have tried to do it, to have an optical lock on of you to be able to do circle me and follow me using optical mode. But with this gimbal now, the camera can stay locked on you pretty easily, even with its tossing in the wind. And as such, this now uses only optical capabilities of optical circle me, optical follow me. It does have a quick shot boomerang mode, which it goes out in a oval. I'll demonstrate that when we go fly this. It has what's called pull away mode. It has a rocket mode, and that is a spiral mode. In addition to that, it does have a GPS mode, one GPS mode, and that is for waypoints. So this does have waypoints also, and it works very well too, by the way. So we'll demonstrate that also when we go out in the field. Now, what do you get with this particular drone? What I got here displayed here, all this stuff here, this is the Fly More combo, folks. With the Fly More combo, you get an additional 2 batteries, which is pretty good for the price. But I think the Fly More, it costs $100 more to get. But you get 2 additional batteries, but you also get this charger, okay? This rapid charger, that charges up to 3 batteries. It provides 1.5 amp charge to each battery to charge 3 batteries quite fast. Okay, it's a 60-watt charger. So this in itself is makes the Fly More combo a deal, that I have to say. So additionally, what you get in the package is, with the Fly More combo, you get this nice carrying case that holds all this stuff inside of that case, and it does it quite well. So, and along with the strap that goes for the case, in a particular case. But other things you get in the box with the Fly More combo, you get warning of GPS, warning of battery warnings, and also safety warnings that you should follow when using a drone. You get the quick start guide to get the drone in the air. There is a full manual, but it's a downloadable manual available on the Potensic website. I'll include a link below to show you if you want to look into details of this particular drone through the manual. You get a little safety manual, disclaimer and safety instructions. Recommend reading it to maintain safe flight. And you also get, again, these community-based organizations, but they're foreign, not United States. You got European Airspace Agency, or I don't know what ESA stands for. You get the Canadian version of what the rules are in Canada. Plus, there's some more safety guides here. This might be the FAA's, FAA's version of safety. But again, you should be following also a community-based organization, and I recommend, again, the American Modelers Association, AMA, along with some other safety items. This one's in Chinese that I can't read, so I'm going to keep that right there. Additionally, with the Fly More combo, you get 3 batteries instead of 2. I got 1 battery in the drone already in the back here. By the way, when you insert this battery, make sure this little knob here comes back up again. Make sure it's safely installed. If that's down like that, you're not fully installed, and there's a chance that this battery will come loose. So always make sure that when you put it in, that you hear that click, and that comes down like such. So just giving you a heads up there. Again, you get 3 batteries. You get the charger and the Fly More combo. You get the controller. And I haven't talked about the controller yet. Let's talk in detail about this controller first. This particular controller is very simple. Not much to it. You got the on-off switch that you activate by holding it like so, and holding it down, and then to turn it off, hold it down like so. It does have return to home capability, which you activate by pressing this button here. If the drone starts, you're doing one of those optical quick shot modes, and the drone looks like it's heading toward a tree, or you're doing waypoint mode, and it looks like it's going to crash into something, you can stop that that mode by just a quick press of this or return to home button, and that will stop the drone in flight. So keep that in mind. This is not a quick stop button, but this will pause whatever you're doing. It will pause the drone in mid-flight so that you can take manual control and stop it from crashing. So that's a nice button to have right there. This is for starting and stopping video. This is for taking a photo by pressing this button here. And this button here is for raising and lowering the gimbal, lowering and raising the gimbal by moving this little scroll wheel right there. So you get that in the package too. And again, this has a built-in Wi-Fi relay, not Wi-Fi relay, but 5 gigahertz relay that transmits back and forth to the drone to give you that extra range of the drone. Other things you get in the package is you get 2 spare sets of propellers. You get this Type-C USB cable, and that is for charging this controller. This controller does not have removable batteries. It has built-in LiPo battery, and you can charge it through this Type-C USB port using that cable, or your own cable if you got one. And you get those 3 on-the-go cables to connect your phone to the controller. So that's what you get in the package. It's a nice upgrade to the Potensic Atom SE. Let's take it out in the field, though. Let's see how it flies. So hope you enjoy this flight. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and welcome to beautiful Pleasant Ridge Park for the test flight of the Potensic Atom. Okay, to get this started, what we need to do is first turn on the transmitter, believe it or not. Quick press and then a long press. And then we turn on the drone by a similar quick press and long press. 1, 2. And then place it on a flat level surface. And it'll connect to the drone or to the my phone automatically. First thing we're going to do once I get the app going is we're going to do a compass calibration of the drone. So hold on while I do that, folks. Okay, I got the app open. In the upper right corner there, we're going to hit those 3 little dots because we're going to go in and then we're going to hit calibration and hit compass calibration. Now, to do the compass calibration, we just need to rotate counterclockwise till we hear a beep. Actually, we got to hit start calibration first, folks. Sorry about that. Now we do the counterclockwise rotations. And now we do vertical calibration, putting nose up and rotating like so. Calibration complete. And we put it back on the pad. So we're good to go there. And we hit the little X in the upper right corner. And the next thing we're going to do is start video recording because we are ready to take off. We already have 13 satellites, so starting the video recording. It's recording, and let's do the not auto takeoff, bringing both sticks down and out. And I'm going to give it throttle, folks. And I want to check the calibration. Nice and stable. Nice and steady. So I'm going to get into the camera view. Tilt the camera down a bit. See? I like my sweatshirt today, folks. It's late fall and it's starting to get cold. Well, middle of fall, and it's getting cold here. So, okay, the first thing we got to do is let's go see Lake Erie. We're going to send it up about 30-40 meters and just see if we can see Lake Erie from here. Going up. Up, up, up. I hear a puddle jumper. Before I do go up too high, I want to make sure that he's not coming this way. No, he's up about 10,000 feet or 5,000 feet, I'm guessing. So we're good there. So going up higher to 40 meters about. And right now, 20 meters. Higher. Higher, we'll go up to 40 meters. There's Lake Erie off in the distance. Okay, as you notice, look at the fall foliage here. It's pretty out here today. So I'm going to turn slowly, and we're just going to do a slow rotate around the area, just looking at the fall foliage. Let me lower the gimbal to a little bit. Beautiful day today, huh? There are those walnut trees that stained my hands over there in that area there. Turning. Continuing to rotate to show the camera. Beautiful camera on this thing, huh? Does a nice job, I gotta say. At least it looks nice on my phone here. Up there at 36 meters. After we complete the rotate, we're gonna go forward to the other end of the field. Now, you know, this thing has 6 kilometer range. No, folks, you should not be flying this 6 kilometers. You're going to get yourself in trouble. The advantage of them saying this has 6 kilometer range is that means that the signal is very strong from this, and I can see that. Strong and clear. That should come into play if you're in an urban area or if you're flying in a cluttered environment. I'm pushing forward now. That should help maintain a nice, steady, strong signal. The other thing you need to do to maintain a steady, strong signal is keep the flat end of your antennas pointed toward the drone. Do not point the tips of the antennas at the drone. That'll give you the worst reception, believe it or not. Okay, lowering the gimbal. I want to see the road. We want to go all the way to the road. Lowering the gimbal slowly. This has nice, smooth movement of the gimbal. I like that too, folks. Usually the drones that I've reviewed in the past have really jerky movement of the gimbal. Look at that, nice and smooth. Bringing it back up again. Okay, from there, let's try that return to home. So pressing and holding the return to home button. Returning. And let's see how close it gets. I'm not going to let it touch down because the grass is kind of wet today, but we want to see how close it gets to the takeoff pad. I can see myself as it flies back. Coming back, what's the altitude? 36 meters. There it is, way up there. And it should be starting its descent here shortly. Return to home and landing. Very important feature especially for beginner pilots. Now there's another way to return to home and landing. I just clicked that little icon in the lower left corner there, and boy, it's coming down right close to the pad. Pause. Excellent. Look at that. I ain't gonna let it land though. We're gonna keep flying. Okay, going back out again. This time, see that lower left corner there, that radars? That is our orientation guide. Right now, the drone is pointed away from us because we can see the blue is pointed away. But to bring it back to us, all we need to do is turn until that radar in front of the drone is pointed toward our blue circle. And that more or less should be coming back to us. Now, I'm also not, well, I am looking at the FPV screen too, but see how that works, folks? That's a neat gadget to have. So bringing it down and inbound. Let's stop it right there for a second and go up a bit higher. Just a bit. And lowering the gimbal. And I'm not doing it, or actually, let me go to this end of the field because of the sun. I'm sorry, wrong end. Let me go over to this end of the field because of the sun. I don't want to be looking toward the sun. And then from over there, let me turn the drone and point it toward me. Bringing it, pointing it over toward me. Over here. And just let it hover there. Now we do have wind. There's wind up there today, and it's a little bit breezy down here. And I just want to see how steady this image is up in the sky. See my hand waving? Waving toward the camera. So nice and stable, nice and steady. That's what I want to see. So let's bring it down again. And next thing we're going to do is try some of these quick shot modes on this. Bringing it in right about there. Okay. And lowering the gimbal a bit so you can see me. And for the quick shot modes, I'm going to stop the video recording. Actually, let me sync up the camera real quick before we do that. And now stop the video recording. And that center reel in the lower right corner, the second one from the bottom, let's click on that. And the first thing we're going to do is pull away. Let me come down a little bit lower too and get up close to the camera for a pull away. Right there. And that's me. We're going to do a 30 meter pull away, and then we hit go. And it automatically starts the recording. Now remember, if there's something in the background, and like a tree that this might bounce into, just hit that pause button and that'll stop it. But it's doing a nice pull away. I can see that right now. And I think it comes right back too at the end, but it doesn't record on the way back. So, does it come right? Yeah, it does come right back. So you don't have to fly it back to you, but it's not recording at this point. So that's cool. Okay, so let's stop that. Come out of that. Now the next thing, let's turn the drone toward me. I'm going to go over this way now. We're going to try that boomerang. I like the boomerang mode, but you have to look behind you from where you start because it's going to go pretty far in that direction. So just a heads up on that. Now we're going to, I'm the target, and we're going to do no, I don't want to do that. Come back out of that. X. I want to come out of that. Center reel. Let's get back into that again. Where's that? Boomerang. There you are. Click on me. I'm the target, and then hit go. Remember, now the boomerang, it goes out pretty far, so keep your finger on that pause button in case there's a tree. And you can stop it. But look at that thing. That's cool. Goes up and out and then comes back in again. And there's trees over there. I might stop it. Now, yeah. See what I mean, folks? Keep your fingers, for this boomerang mode, be careful when you use this one because it'll go out far. So I stopped the recording there. That's the boomerang. It was going to come in, but I was worried about hitting that tree over there. So, back we go. Next one. Let's try, not boomerang. Coming out of quick shot right now. I'm going to hit return. Center reel. I want to try something different. Circle position. Right here. Let's try that again. Come out of that. And circle. And choose or draw a target. I got to move back a bit, actually. And it doesn't like the lighting on me. Let me come over this way. See if that's better. That's better. And then hit me. And then we're going to do two. Or not three. I want two. And hit go. And syncing it up. And there's the circle position. Now this starts out slow but speeds up. That might be something that, not Potensic. That might be something that the manufacturer might want to look at, speeding it up in the beginning there because it's kind of a slow start, but once it gets started, it goes good. I hope it's following me. It's staying on me. Circling, we're going to do two circles. So you can do close-in circles, you can do far-away circles. I'm just doing close-ins today, but let's stop it right there. So that circle position, coming out of that, and let's go up a bit higher, and I'm going to get back off a bit too, and hit that center reel again, and let's try spiral. This is another one, folks, that you have to keep your finger on the pause button in case something goes wrong. And here goes the spiral, because this is going outbound, just like the boomerang. And again, it starts out slow. Syncing up the cameras, but then it speeds up as it goes outbound. I think it goes out to about 30 meters. About correct. Going right through the sun. Keep my eye on it. But that's working too. So all in all, this is pretty neat drone, folks. Very neat drone. Okay, I guess that's about 30 meters there. Let's see here. 25, getting there. 25.5. Does it come back home? In the case of the spiral, no, I guess not. So let's come out of that and bring it back down and in again. So for the spiral, it doesn't. Bringing the drone back in and say, hi, Ma. Now we'll raise up the gimbal a bit. Let's see, what else do we got left to show? And these, oh, rocket, do rocket. Me, the target. And we'll go to 30 meters. And here, I think it comes over me and then it goes straight up. Actually, just going straight up and keeping its eye on me as it goes straight up. Up and away. That's the rocket. Hello up there. As it climbs into the sky. So we're almost there. How high are we going? 32 meters, looks like. 33, 34. And then it comes back down again. But again, it stops recording when it's coming down. So, I want to check one thing here. My camera recording. Yes, it is. And there we are. Okay, I was checking my camera, folks. Just making sure I was recording. So let's come out of that. And what else do we got to play with on this? Let me raise up the gimbal a bit too. We did spiral, did boomerang, spiral, circle. Oh, we haven't done pull away. Let's do a pull away. Okay. Okay, break out of that. You got to select pull away and me. And 30 meters and go. There's nobody here today, so I'm going to go off in that direction. Normally, I don't want to fly anywhere near that playground over there, folks. Use common sense. That's why we have to obey remote ID and have to register our drones and have to obey the community-based organization rules, because some people just don't have common sense. We'll be flying. How high can I fly this drone? Up into the clouds? Yeah, this might be able to go up in the clouds. Can I fly it 6 kilometers away? Yeah, it can probably do that. But is it wise to do that? No. Use common sense, folks. Again, that's why we're in this predicament these days. So, okay, that worked great. Let's try FPV flying. Now, we did all this cinema. Where's my wife and dog? Are they around here anywhere? Oh, they're way over there. Actually, I want to go explore the trails using FPV. There's a trail over in that direction there. Again, there's nobody here today, folks, so I have no problem going over there now. I wouldn't do this if there's people here. But let's go see the trail over there. Flying FPV alone. Now, there's another thing I want to try here. Is we're going to come down a little lower. Does it automatically raise itself using that sensor system? That time of flight sensor system? Is it going to climb? Is it going to sense this hill? Is what I'm saying. It doesn't look it. But let's go over to the trail. Now this is a little sledding hill that I actually come sledding here, folks. I'm proud. I'm not proud to say it, or I'm not ashamed to say it, but I do like to play in the wintertime. So I don't want to get too close to that. Again, this does not have any obstacle avoidance feature, but we're going to fly through the trail here just a little bit. Actually, I don't want to go up there because there's a canopy of trees there, but I came close to it, and I flew over there using FPV alone. Now let's see if I can find my wife and dog. Coming to the right, turning to the right. There's no people here today, and we'll go up forward toward the, actually let's go around the building. I don't want to crash into the building, but we'll go around the building and see if I can find wife and dog using FPV alone. They're around here somewhere. I see them. We'll go over and see if my dog gets all upset. like she normally does. Come a little lower. And you know what? I ought to start recording, shouldn't I? That was all screen recording. This is the 4K camera. So we're back to 4K. Still flying FPV. She wants it. Yeah, she wants it. Okay, enough of that. And we'll continue on flying FPV around the area. Let's go over by that, I think that's a walnut tree. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Again, no obstacle avoidance on this. Flying strictly FPV, folks. Nice drone. Let me stop there for a second. There's some, those trees there are walnuts. See if there's a bunch of walnuts under those trees. Coming lower. Getting lower. Oh yeah, look at all those walnuts. That's walnuts, folks. There's tons of them here in Erie. Husking that green skin off of the walnuts, those black walnuts, really stains your hand, for those who know. But it's kind of fun to do, though. I like black walnuts. They're tasty. Flying FPV over this area. And we'll come around the far end of the field. Get off the road. Get off the road. Okay, there we go. Pretty neat. This is a nice FPV flyer, I gotta say. Nice and smooth, nice and clear image on my camera or on my phone. Normally, you can't do this with a lot of Wi-Fi flyers. But this not being a Wi-Fi flyer, you can. Yeah, let's bring it back toward me. We're still in video mode, or video flight mode. Low and slow. If you call that slow. So, okay. So all in all, let's bring it over here. Give me my thoughts so far on this thing. Nice. Nice little drone, folks. Really nice performer, I gotta say. Potensic, you've done it. This is a nice drone, I gotta admit. The only improvement I could see is maybe, you know, that when starting those circle me's and boomerangs, it starts out a little bit slow. You know, maybe bump up the speed a bit. But other than that, everything seems to be working on this. Okay, next thing I want to try is waypoints. Okay, in the lower left corner there, we're going to hit the map. And I want to go a bit higher too. And we're going to zoom in on this area. And we'll fly the usual. We'll go to that. Go to that. Tapping on the map. Oh, wait. I got to select waypoints first. Waypoint icon on the right side there. Got to click on that first. Got to go up 5 meters. Okay, that's high enough. Then we'll go to that baseball diamond. Okay, I got to click on waypoints again. Waypoints. That baseball diamond, then to that baseball diamond, then to that baseball diamond, then back to me, or close to me, and then hit go. Confirm flight, and away we go. It turns, and away we go. So this is waypoint missions. Waypoint missions are cool. You know, one thing, I think you can save the waypoint mission. We'll try that after it comes back. But I believe there's an option in there to save the waypoint missions if you have like a ranch or something that you normally want to patrol with this drone and have a special route that you just want it to go every day. I think you can save that or set that up and do that. So we'll see. I thought I saw that in the menu, or in the items for it. Well, Going to that baseball field. Oh, let's raise up the gimbal. Gimbal, come up. There we go. I had the gimbal down. I am so sorry, folks. But go to that baseball diamond. I had my finger on that scroll wheel and I scrolled it down accidentally. Now it should be coming back to me, and it is. Let's go back to those waypoints again. Just to see if that does have that option in there. Okay. And there we go. 5 minutes of looking at the ground. I hope that wasn't that. And coming lower. Okay, back to the waypoint map. And yeah, it does. See, there's a save icon. Let's hit save. Successfully saved. So you can use these for future flights. What's the 3 dots mean? Okay, now next item. Let's come back to this. We got to try higher, or actually I haven't done pictures yet, photos. And it's getting, we lost all that beautiful sun. Let me turn that off now. We're going to take a photo, folks. Try the picture, try the cameras. Now, again, we lost the sun. The clouds rolled in, unfortunately, but did that take? Nope. There's one. Second. That's the camera. And let's see here. Going back to camera mode, or video mode. And right before we start the video camera, I want to go in there. We're going to select higher mode. And right now we're in video mode. So under safety, select landing method. Return altitude is 20 meters of the drone with a 5-meter distance. Why are we landing? Is our battery done? Did I hit something, folks, that I shouldn't have? Takeoff permitted. Our battery power is 11%. So that's it, folks. I was going to do something else. But that is the Potensic Atom. It's actually a pretty nice drone. I like what it can do. Again, you don't require registration. You don't require remote ID. But you do need to follow those community-based organization rules. Like from, I said it was American Modelers Association. It is not. It's the Academy of Model Aeronautics. So I always forget what AMA stands for. So hope you enjoyed this flight. Let me sync it up one more time. Let's see, use that. 1, 2, 3. This is Quadcopter 101. Signing out. Hi, Quadcopter 101 here again. Hey, if you want to get your own shout out in one of my future videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's real simple. Just go to my channel page and click on that subscribe. And also make sure to click that bell button right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified when I release a brand new video immediately and give you a chance to get that first shout out. So give it a try, folks.